hot. Hot and loaded.
Voted. Call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Comments from the public? Anybody wishing to speak? Do so. Nobody wants to speak? Bid results of the contract 2012-05 substation structural steel electrical equipment and materials. Came back with a bid attached, no deviations, 12 to 16 weeks delivery for $30,935. Then you had one from Stewart Irby Company for $60,900, and Associated Substation Engineering from Georgia. Bid was attached, and it's $70,000 for that one. So I need a motion for the bid from B&S Scholar Engineering.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the low bid for the electrical contract from, I say the name Schuler, V.S. Schuler Engineering.
Yeah.
$30,935.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Discussion. Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Okay, listen. Substation. Oh, this is for the substation. I don't even know. Guess that's all we're having.
You may want to just announce that they were reviewed by our engineer. It was upon his recommendation.
They were done by Kurt Wilson, our engineer, electrical engineer. He took care of all that. His bad boys. All right, we got minutes of the last meeting. Need a motion to accept them.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the regular meeting September 4th, 2012.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
All right. The bills, I've got a copy of the bills.
We have one addition this evening. It's M&T Investment Group. It's in the amount of $123,421. It's the principal payment of $95,000 and interest payment of $28,421 on the sewer bond.
Okay, I'll make a motion to pay the bills as amended tonight.
Seconded.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Somebody gonna say yes.
Someday I hope I can say yes.
Yeah. All righty. Dear Mayor and trustees, we wish to inform you of a new member who has been approved to our company for the probation period of 6 months. This is Montgomery Hook and Hose and Hook and Ladder Company, number 1. And please act on this member, and we thank you for your time in this matter. We need a vote.
What's the guy's name in here?
Peter Peliquin, 89 Lake Street, apartment 201, Rouses, New York.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the new member of the Montgomery Hose, Hook and Ladder, Peter Peliquin.
I'll second
Any discussions? No discussions? Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
This is from Melissa McManus. Project update. That's just, no, that was gonna be yours, right?
Are you doing the D&H?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing the D&H project update.
Okay. We got the D&H restoration, and they're trying to move forward, but as of right now, the asbestos gang is holding them up, And it don't look like they're gonna get much done in the month of September, unless they have, we applied for emergency permit, we have not heard nothing back on that. That's it for the station. Oh, change in the village office hours. Every day from now on, by law, we have to, we're shutting down 12 o'clock to 12:30 for lunch, and open back up at 12:30. Just for information for the people.
People could still drop their bills off
Yeah.
in the drop box, but there won't be anybody there for half an hour, basically.
This all comes from relation, or labor relation. Okay, now we need to delegate Mr. Junior Moore and Mr. Walt Army to be an EMS advisory board.
I'll make a motion to allow, you're gonna be the delegate, Walter is gonna be the backup, right?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
first I heard of it, but, okay.
Yeah.
First you heard of it?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion to allow Chief Moore to be our designate for to the EMS advisory board, and his assistant will be Walter Larrabee. Put that forward in the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote by the user sign of
Aye.
aye. Okay, trustee Jefferson.
Okay, just a couple items on my agenda. First of all, the New York Municipal Power Authority semi-annual meeting is going to be October 31st in Syracuse, New York. Someone from the village will have to go and be the designate, just like we did in April. So I'd like to make a motion to allow two people from the village to go to the municipal power meeting on October 31st, 2012.
I'll second that. We definitely need to.
Well, we don't need to, but whoever's gonna take over the electrical should try to go. Whoever's gonna be the electrical commissioner next year. So,
Better.
somebody's gotta go, either a trustee or the mayor,
Yeah.
or,
One of us has gotta go. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Gotta keep
well,
it.
I'll go. Yeah, yeah, John Cooper wants to go, but he can't go this time. Darn. Yeah. So I'll put that in form of a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussions? No discussion, vote by the user sign of aye.
Aye. Okay, and the other information was, we haven't really received the paperwork yet, but we have an independent energy efficiency annual meeting that is gonna be on Thursday, the 27th of September. I don't know if anybody else wants to go from the board, but I'm gonna go down to it. I'm the energy efficiency coordinator.
Where is it?
It's in Syracuse, Embassy Suites. And you go down in the morning, spend the day, and come back the next day. So it would be the 27th and return on the 28th
Of which month?
of September. Now, I'm surprised we haven't received any paperwork on that, because,
You did get something from the IEP a while back.
Yeah,
we did,
There
huh?
was a memo thing from IEP.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, maybe I missed that. But I know that that's a meeting because we
Yeah,
were
there
at.
is, Peter, you got it written on your calendar in the office.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to it, and I would like somebody else to go, but if not, I'll just be down by myself and go to the meeting and come back. So I'll put that in form of a motion, to allow two people to go to that also.
Second.
Seconded. Any other discussion? No discussion, vote by the user sign of aye.
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 And that's all I have to report, thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Trustee Mansell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't have anything on the agenda. These late things that popped up. Streets and Trip, Liberty Street and White Avenue, or no, I'm sorry, Pearl and White Avenue need to be ground down for new top on it. The cost was $10,000. Brian Pelkey, the supervisor, happened to be talking to the guy over here, and he said that the equipment's already here, we'll do it now, and they will charge us only $4,000. So I would like to make a motion to take advantage of that while it's here and cut them 2 streets down and save $6,000. And the money's already in the budget.
Money in the budget?
He's since talked to the town, and Alan Racine's gonna throw in 2 trucks to help us take that stuff away, so we should be able to do it all in one day. So I would like to make a motion to push the money forward to have those 2 streets, Pearl and White, ground down for topping.
Second.
More business.
Any other discussion? No discussion, vote by the usual sign, by
Aye.
Anything else, Bill?
The other thing I had was, I'd like to make a motion, I request an executive session. Has to do with public safety and employee issues, and also negotiations, all tied in together.
Okay, I'll second that.
Alrighty. Roll call vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Aye, the mayor votes aye.
And that's it, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Trustee Reed.
Okay, I have a couple things tonight. The first one is on the micro enterprise grant. We'd like to go forward with that and approve the priorities for that grant. Those priorities are to award the grant in the following order. Sorry, these are on page 1. No, I have it. So the priorities are such as, does the business have 5 employees or less? Will it create a low to moderate income job for business owner or employee? Will the owner be willing to participate in an 8-week training course? And will the proposed business plan be a success? There's also a few steps where we want to make sure that the business that's coming in is going to benefit the growth of the community. And we just want to make sure that as we're looking at allowing these grants to go through, that we look at these priorities to make sure that growth of the village is fine. So I'd like to put that in form of a motion to approve the micro enterprise grants
I'll second.
program priorities.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Being no discussion, vote by the usual sign, by
Aye.
aye.
To go hand in hand with that, I'd like to request a special informational meeting to be held on October 4th at 7 p.m. And I will discuss more about this micro enterprise grant, and it's open to the public, obviously.
Okay, can you check on the calendar and see what the court schedule looks like, Mayor?
Okay, just-
Court's on Tuesday.
She's already
Court's
checked.
on-
It's okay.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
well,
is a
Tuesday's the court?
Thursday. This is a Thursday.
Oh, okay, right,
And I already checked with Michael Bryan and it's open.
okay. Just so everybody knows too, we're keeping this calendar with the court. It's marked the days when they have, the district attorney comes, and when they come, then they need both ends of the building, so we've been started to mark it on the calendar, just for information.
And the last thing that I have is the Lakes to Lock grant opportunity. Lakes to Lock program managers got in touch with us, and they are offering to us a 2-panel kiosk for the Rouses Point area, which would be down here where our stage is. And it features a short history with 2 to 4 image and captions of local points of interest, surrounding communities, connectivity, and a Lakes to Lock orientation panel. And that is going to be offered through a grant. The grant is actually $3,000, and it requires a 20% match from us for $600. That $600 doesn't have to be paid immediately. It can be broken down into smaller payments. There's another option that can be offered with it to get a 3rd panel, which is another $1,000 on top of the $600, and that 3rd panel is to be open so we can do advertising in it for what's going on down at the rec center and on the stage. So I'd like to put in form of a motion to either, I guess, to approve the $600 local match for the 2-panel kiosk to be added into the rec center.
Okay, second.
Any other discussions?
We have the money in the budget?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not in this year's budget, it would have to go into next year's.
Next year.
Let's do it next year's.
If it's there.
Yeah.
And And then, just as part of discussion, I think for the third panel, I don't think that we have money to allow for the $1,600, and if they would like the third panel option, maybe the stage committee could do some fundraisers to get that $1,000.
So how much would it total be?
The total, if we got all three panels, it would be $1,600 for the village to put in. For just the two panels, it would be $600, and the two panel does not allow for advertising on it. There are already images put into the panel. And you don't have to do the third panel right now. If they know it, they'll send us the two panels and allows for the third one to be attached in the future.
You have a place to put it, you said, where would it be?
We could put it down here someplace. You'd want it where people can see it, so it makes sense. My guess would be in front of the rec center if it does happen.
Any other discussion? Yes, we vote.
Honorable aye.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, I had a quick question. Does the board feel there's merit in the third panel? Will it help communicate in and among the community?
I believe it would be a nice feature to have, because people would be able to come down and look at the panel as they're coming in and out of the rec center for whatever various meetings are going on, and know what's happening within the rec center and within, on the stage for the summer events.
Is that universally felt by the board?
I don't wanna spend $1,600, I mean, I don't wanna spend $600.
Yeah, we don't have the money.
I was going to propose, if it had merit, that we would pick up the extra $1,000.
Sure it does, just priority-wise, I just don't see how we can do this at this point. That's my opinion. We have some major issues that we have to deal with first. To me, be nice if we could put it off and think about it next year.
Unfortunately, the grant's only available to the end of this year.
That's usually the way it is.
Yeah, you said aye?
Yep.
No,
No.
Aye.
Aye.
You don't vote? You can't vote,
Yeah, vote.
not in full member.
Yeah.
so it
Carries. Yep.
You want?
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Okay. Any other reports?
I just wanted to thank the board for allowing me to attend the NICOM conference last week. Again, it was very informative and interesting, and it's always something to do. Very good.
Arson?
I just want to report that on Wednesday, the workers' comp auditor will be in the office.
This
He
week?
was supposed to come Wednesday. He was supposed to come last month, and he put it off this month. I also want to reiterate what Carol also said. It's good to network and stuff, and I also was presented with my CMFO certificate also. It's really,
Good.
The 19th, he'll be here. What
Yes.
time?
depends on where he's coming from. I think he has another stop for us. It depends on how long.
That Mr.
I'm making the assumption it's in the morning, but last time he had a schedule
Mr.
for that.
Danzig,
No, it's Brian Filkins.
okay.
He's a senior auditor.
Okay, yes, Brian, here, so we'll open the meeting to the public. Anybody wishing to address the board, please do so. We'll request this recess, 5-minute recess, and go into executive session.
Okay, I'll
Motion?
make that motion.
I'll second it.
Both ladies, sign your line.
Aye.
Aye.
So welcome, I haven't seen you. You did? Oh, good. Okay, how you doing?